It is now my great pleasure to welcome Bishop Suzanne Darcy Dillahunt from the Southern Ohio Synod.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, Bishop Eaton, Interim Vice President Pena, Secretary Rothmeyer, voting members, guests, visitors, and those joining us online. We in the Southern Ohio Synod are extremely happy to have you with us, to join with us in the awesome ministry happening in this part of the state of Ohio. As we continue to lead our congregations, ministries, and denomination through an extended period of COVID-19, increasing awareness of injustices within our country and world, and listening for the Spirit to lead us forward as a church that is needed for the world to know the good news of Jesus Christ. I want to thank everyone who has made this assembly possible. From the members of our Synod staff, especially Mr. Josh Brodbeck and Ms. Kim Uemura from my office, Mr. Tim Scamper, who heads up the local arrangements, and all of our volunteers in Region 6, also known as the I'm OK region, Indiana, Kentucky, Southeast Michigan, Northwest Lower Michigan, Northwestern Ohio, Northeastern Ohio, and of course the Southern Ohio Synod. And all of the volunteers from across our denomination as well. Thank you to the ELCA staff, Dana Williams and Jody Slatterly, and our ELCA partners for how we have worked together to make your time in this synod enjoyable and fun. And I hope you have fun. We've already heard that 35 years ago, the ALC, the LCA, and the AELC gathered in the Ohio Center for the Constituting Convention of the ELCA. The Ohio Center is now called Battelle Hall at the Greater Columbus Convention Center, where we had worship last night. Welcome back to where our story as the ELCA began. Since then, we have continued to learn how to embody the word within communities, neighborhoods, congregations, synods, country, and world. Our story of embodying the word here in Southern Ohio begins with honoring all of the indigenous people who call Ohio home, including Shawnee, Lenni Lenape, Ottawa, Miami, Wyandotte, and Seneca Cayuga. Water is life, and in this region we rely on the Mad, Stillwater, Great Miami, Little Miami, Scioto, Olentangy, Hocking, Muskingum, Walhonging, Kokosing, Little Muskingum, Licking, and Ohio rivers, and all of their tributaries. Our story is about metropolitan areas, the suburbs, farmland, not remote, smaller cities, river towns, town and gown cities, and reaching down into eastern Kentucky. The most southern portions of our synod are Appalachian, and as the mountains fade into the foothills and farmlands, we become the gateway to the Midwest. Within our borders is a cross-section of our country with opportunity and injustice held in tension. Our Synod story is rich in manufacturing and industry, pottery, technology, education, and agriculture. Our story includes the birthplace of aviation with the Wright brothers. We claim in our story, and this list is not exhaustive, John Glenn, Irma Bombeck, Harriet Beecher Stowe, Guy Fieri, 3 U.S. presidents, Simone Biles, Steven Spielberg, Jack Nicklaus, Jesse Owens, Maya Lin, James Thurber, and even the voice of Bart Simpson, Nancy Cartwright. Our story includes food. Ever eaten a Wendy's hamburger or chili? Yep, Wendy's started here. Along with White Castle, Cheryl's Cookies, Mumford Potato Chips, Jenny's Ice Cream, Skyline Chili, the famous Cincinnati chili with spaghetti noodles and lots of chili and cheese and maybe beans and onions. But wait, we also have Esther Price candies, Anthony Thomas candies, known for Buckeyes, chocolate and peanut butter balls that kind of are a round little ball that looks like a buck's eye, you know, a deer, the horse chestnut, which is our state nut and tree. We are the home of lots of craft breweries in Southern Ohio, one of which is just across the street from the convention center. Barley's has an Oktoberfest-style beer named Saints and Sinners that was brewed especially for us during our time together. So go visit Barley's. And I want to thank Pastor Ralph Wolf for making this happen. We have lots of universities and colleges of all sizes and the headquarters for Procter & Gamble, Nationwide, Macy's, Honda, and Kroger. We even have the PGA Memorial Golf Tournament in Dublin, Ohio. This is where we live and work, and nestled in our neighborhoods and cities and towns and countryside, we have congregations of all sizes made up of all ages and diversities who share the good news of the love of God with others, who they know and they don't know. And they invite others into a relationship with Jesus, crucified and risen for the sake of the world. That is the mission of the Southern Ohio Synod. We are a synod made up of 181 congregations, 4 campus ministries, Jacob's Porch at The Ohio State University, The Bridge at Ohio University, Faith Lutheran Campus Ministry at Miami University, the Edge House at the University of Cincinnati. We are privileged to be the home of 2 ELCA universities, Wittenberg University, Capital University, and 1 ELCA seminary, Trinity Lutheran Seminary at Capital University. We have 3 Cultivate ministries, which are holy innovations and experiments in mission. In fact, one of our voting members, Elizabeth Gilbert, Elizabeth, stand up, began Gather Cincinnati as a ministry of and to young adults. The other 2 are Tikkun Farm, a worshiping community and urban farm in Mount Healthy, which is in the Cincinnati area, and Fresh Start, a joint Episcopal Lutheran holy experiment in Troy. Sharing the good news of Jesus Christ's love happens weekly in 4 ethnic-specific and multicultural congregations: Intercessor Lutheran Mission, Vida Eterna Iglesia Luterana, Ibada Ya Kiswahili, and African International Lutheran Ministry. And we partner with putting words into actions with 3 social service agencies: Lutheran Social Services of Central Ohio, Grace Works in Dayton, Osterland Service for Youth. With our authentic diversity, inclusion, and justice team, we are a synod committed to the continued work of anti-racism and inclusion. We have also partnered with our ecumenical siblings to work together to help our synod and the region have access to immigration resources as well as recovery resources for the opioid addiction problems. Our synod has survived and thrived through floods, tornadoes, gun violence, mass shootings in our towns and cities, including 2 earlier this week in Over the Rhine neighborhood in Cincinnati and in Butler Township in Montgomery County. We have been beacons of hope for those who have forgotten about the love, grace, mercy, and forgiveness of Jesus. And we continue to embody the word in speech and action. Throughout the week, at your places, you will receive, in fact, they're on your tables now, pens from places where lives are changed and the gospel is lived out. Thank you to Osterland Service for Youth, Wittenberg and Capital Universities, and Trinity Lutheran Seminary at Capital University for the partnership reminder and useful items you're sharing with this assembly. Also today at your places are bright reminders of how we are living out our mission in Southern Ohio as a gift to you. The tags were made by our youth and congregational members and friends within our synod and were designed by Illustrated Ministries. The tags are available in English and Spanish and are equally distributed around the room. Extras are located at the registration table if you didn't receive your preferred language. These tags remind us that the peace of God that surpasses all understanding accompanies us wherever we go. This is what unites us in our synod to live out our vision. Stronger and better together, joining Jesus in the restoration of the world. And it equips us to share the story and gives us the courage to invite others into this relationship with Jesus Christ. Let me share one more story with you as you become part of our story this week, as we continue to work of the assembly that is before us. In April 2020, we created an outside-the-box team. The team was created to help me think about how to assist our congregations in reaching people during the earliest part of the pandemic. When the ELCA offered COVID grants, Southern Ohio Synod jumped at the chance to receive those grants, and we did. We offered technology grants to especially small and medium congregations who had no time or any equipment for streaming services. We held office hour trainings with churches that applied for the grants, and they were able to purchase small cameras and equipment to begin reaching out to the world. One congregation, Messiah in Urbana, Ohio, received a grant which prompted members of the congregation to give to this initiative. This congregation then shared their abundance back with the synod so that others could benefit from this as well. They lived out the mission and vision of our synod. Our story as the Southern Ohio Synod and our story as the ELCA continues with you joining us here this week. Thank you for being part of a bigger story, embodying the word of God's love in Jesus.
Good job.